Assalamu alaikum. Today is our online lecture 10 and we will continue with the human resource topic, and the things which we will discuss in today's lecture will be related to the human resource plan or human resource planning. So let's start. So first of all, what is human resource planning or HRP? Human resource planning is actually continuous process of systematic planning ahead to achieve optimum use of an organization most valuable asset, quality employees. Human resource planning ensures the best fit between employees and jobs while avoiding manpower shortage or surpluses. Okay, actually, human resource planning is very important or valuable. Why? Because this planning help the organization of avoiding the shortage of resources, and those resources can be any type of employees or skilled workers, any type, which can cause in delay or in loss of any project. So that's why every organization every organization, they spend a lot of their investment and a lot of their consideration on this planning, that is also called strategic planning, because it can help choose the right people, right skill, and to make use of the time rightly. So what are the challenges of human resource planning? The challenges of HRP or human resource planning includes the following challenge, like employees getting sick, getting promoted, or going on vacations. Last time when we talk about the qualities of a project manager, I told you that project manager also think or do planning about the employees, such type of things, like if the employee get sick or he want to go on the vacation, so what will be the alternate for that. So that is called human resource planning, because during the project anything can happen. Employee can leave, employee can be fired, maybe employee get promoted and he went to another department or to the higher post or some other city. Employer can get sick, or there can be any emergency. So that emergency or that activity should not affect the project. So in order to avoid this thing, all the organizations, they do human resource planning. To satisfy their objectives, HR managers have to make plans to do the following steps or things: find and attract skilled employees, select or train and reward the best candidates, promote employees or let some of them go. What this mean? This means they need to find and attract the skilled employees. How they can? It is very there is very famous saying that if you want to, if there are 10 to 20 non-skilled people, it's very easy to make them work together. But if there are skilled people, it's very difficult to make them work together, because they are all smart. So how they can attract the skilled employees? By giving them good packages, by giving them good working environment, by giving them best advantages or during their job, or even after the job for the retirement, good retirement plan. So these are the things which can attract the skilled employees. Their trainings also. Select, train and reward the best candidates. Rewarding is most important, especially in technical field, in IT, project management also. Without rewarding or without giving rewards, your team will, maybe they will work for one or two project good, but after that they will start losing interest, not because of their lack of skill. There will be skills, but because lack of their awards or this type of things. Promote employees or let some of them go. Promote means there is a very beautiful culture in Fortune 100 companies that if you want to get promoted, then you have to teach someone the skills you are having. If you will not teach your skills or your work to someone else, then how you can be promoted? Because if you are promoted, then who will work on your previous place? Because no one will be there what work you are doing. So in Fortune 100 or in multinational companies, if you train someone and teach them what you are doing, then the company will have a replacement and they will replace that person on your seat and you will be promoted. But if you will not teach anyone, then for years and years you will be sitting on the same position. Second is, or let some of them go. This is not a negative thing, let someone or some of them go. It can be positive. Negative is them, if the person is not fruitful for the project or the organization, let him go, fire him or send him to some other projects like this. Or in a positive manner, let some of them go means if he already trained enough people, let him promote, let him go to some more better projects or better place. So it can be positive or negative point. This is project organizational chart. So actually what is project organizational chart? Okay, whatever we are studying in today's lecture, you can also consult your book, that is chapter 9 and page number 359. We started from the 359, that is developing the human resource plan 9.4, and today we will cover 5 to 6 topics from here. The next is project organizational charts. Actually, what are these project organization charts? I'm telling you again and again, here only organization chart is shown in this picture, but about the theory you have to read from the book. It is on page number 360, 9.4a, project organization chart. You have to read from there, because in the examination your short questions, your objectives all will come from the book. That's why in the lectures, whenever I told you that you have to read from the book page number this, you have to read that for your objectives and short questions. Okay, so what is project organizational chart? Actually, in project organizational chart, the project team or a project manager, because all the teams are of different backgrounds, many people in the project, they are of different backgrounds and different type of skills. So it can be very difficult to manage such group of people where they have different skills, different background. So it is important to provide a clear organizational structure for a project, that what is the structure of organization, how it is working. After identifying important skills and the types of people needed to the staff, in a project, the project manager should work with the top management and project team members to create this organizational chart for the project. So you can see in this organization chart, it is clearly shown that sponsor will be there, senior management will be there, and there will be three main bodies or person, that will be project specialist, steering committee, and a project manager. Project manager will be consulting to whom? With the project specialist and the steering committee, and then he will be leading the whole team. And the team, he will be having four, you can say, project coordinators, that will be system administration, from which he will be getting all the information related to system analysis, analyst, from where he will be getting the requirements and all other stuff. Technical team member, from where he will be getting the technical information, and there will be one training person will be the in charge of quality and the technical support, this type of things. Secondly, project manager will be direct in connection with the documentation and with the web designer. So this is all the organization chart, where everyone knows that he will be responsible for which people or which team, and the team members will know that to whom they have to report directly. Like for example, we take an example of this technical clerk. For example, if he have some issue, what he will do? He will not go directly with the sponsor. No one will go to the sponsor directly, or he will not go and contact with the project specialist or project manager or the steering committee that I have this issue, please help me out. No, he knows that his governing body is the system analysis, so he will contact this person. If a database engineer have an issue, he will go to the technical committee. If a QA manager have some issue, he will go to the training committee. So they know their way, to whom they have to contact or to get help. So that's why organizational chart is very important. Okay, now we move to the work definition. I think video will be quite long, so this we will do in our second part of the video. So first part will end up here.